How's it going? Hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to be talking about things to bring with you when coming to Canada. Let's do this. The very first thing I think I'll have on my list is the clothing you're going to be bringing in. Obviously, you're going to have some of your nice clothes and stuff like that. But like when you're actually coming in, the clothes you're going to be wearing in on your first day, even probably your first week anyways. But when you're actually traveling on this trip, I would say something warm, something nice and warm, like nice and thick. Because even from the plane, sometimes, man, the plane could actually be cold. Just have something nice and warm, like a hoodie, or even sometimes if you need to have like some nice jacket, winter jacket, you can find it in Nigeria. So that's one thing I would definitely recommend you bring with you: nice warm clothing. Because sometimes you can actually get to the airport, go outside the airport, and could be in the morning, could be late at night, and that's when it actually gets really cold. And might be waiting for a taxi or someone that will come pick you up, stuff like that. So you want to be nice and warm, like just be prepared. Like I've seen people, like I've gone to pick up friends before at the airport, and I had to let some people that came from Africa to just sit in my vehicle just to warm up. It's ridiculous. So just be prepared. So that's something to keep in mind, something warm. And in regards to clothing, also another thing I want to talk about is you may not want to do too much shopping. Try save your money. You're going to need it here in Canada for a fact. Don't do much shopping. Like if you say you want to travel now, you start to go do all those big shopping. No. You will do those shopping here for sure. And clothes are actually really cheap here. So buy the needed clothes you need for your trip. And also you may be thinking about you're going to bring too much clothes for Nigeria, bring them here. Maybe natives would be really good to bring, but your normal jeans and stuff like that, just bring reasonable amount for stuff, because you're gonna be doing a lot of shopping, and when you do those shopping, there are good chances that you may not even want to wear those ones where you're already brought in, where you can donate it anyways. But that's something to put in mind also, like the amount of shopping you do before you travel. Just keep it in the minimum. Just buy normal shoe or the shoe where you already they use. Nobody's looking at you. So just do your needed shopping. Buy something warm, nice shoe that will cover your toes. Nice warm shoes will keep you warm. Especially when you're coming in to the country, like when it's around, let's say October, November period to like, let's say January to like March, it's gonna be cold. You understand? So just you want to dress warm for a fact. Because even if you have people that will come and pick you up, God forbid if they are delayed at work or stuff like that, or anything could delay them, and you might actually have to be outside waiting for some people, especially in a new country whereby you don't know much people. So you want to be in your best behavior, and that kind of fear go day. You just want to, you don't want them to come talk to you in the airport or ask you, hey, what are you still waiting for, or stuff like that, right? So you want to dress warm. That would definitely help your physical and mental state. So that's something to put in mind also. So having a driver's license will definitely boost your chances of getting a job. Not just getting a job, but also looking for a job. Being able to drive around town, go to different offices, different companies to actually go drop your resume. And some places will actually ask you to drop your resume online. This will be a different subject anyways, but the ability of actually being able to drive to different agencies to go to register, or different companies to actually go there and be like, hey man, are you guys looking for a job? Are you guys hiring? I want to speak to the hiring manager or the supervisor. Who's your supervisor? I want to talk. It's a lot better. Even some interviews, they would actually kind of use style to ask you if you drive, ask you, stuff like that. Like ask you kind of, I don't think they're supposed to ask you if you drive, but sometimes they will use scope, like, oh, how did you get here? Like, hope it wasn't hard to find, or stuff like that. That kind of question, like that way they would kind of know if you drove here, like when are you willing to start, or stuff like that. Like how did you get here? Like hope those kind of questions that would kind of talk about you driving here, or was it hard to be able to get the parking or stuff like that. So that's something you want to put in mind, because if you are there, you took the bus and you show up late to an interview, or show up early to the interview, and this is another guy that drove in, and it's talking about the parking and stuff like that. Where can I park in this area? Like if I start walking here and they ask him, hey, you have any question, it's like, oh, where is a good place to park? And they're able to give you, they know this guy can drives here. The chances of giving that guy is very, very high for sure. So that's something you want to put in mind, that you have a driver's license, and to get a car here in Canada is really, really easy. Like beyond easy. If you get car for $500, if you get car for $1,000, that decent, nice car that you can drive back and forth and make sure your car gets heater. Because my very first year for Canada, I had to go buy car because the winter no be here. Like that was my only requirement. Like I went to take a look at this car. Like the guy was telling me, this car, it has this, does this. Yeah, you can do this. It does has this. Yeah, okay, hold on, please. Does the heater work? Say yes. Can you show me? He showed me. As soon as he showed me, yeah, I'll buy it. That was how I bought my very, very, very first vehicle. As long as it gets heater, I'm sold. It's a deal. So just make sure it has heater, and you know, something cheap. You'll be able to drive around and be able to drive around the town and apply for a job. And if you're coming with your family, like maybe a van for the meantime, stuff like that. So don't be carried away looking at people or your friends where they drive SUV or stuff like that, man. Just buy something practical. That's what I can do. But having that license will definitely help big time. You know, so that's that in regards to license. And another thing in regards to license is that some decent or high-paying job requires license. Some companies will actually give you a truck to take home to drive on their location and stuff like that. They need you to actually have a license. You understand? I'm going to be making another video in regards to some really good jobs you can get, and most of these jobs I'm going to be listing requires you to have a license. So if you're going to come with your license, it's going to be very beneficial for you, and especially if you actually know how to drive. You don't have to be a perfect driver. There's no perfect driver anyways. The more you drive here, like you're going to even come here and get used to the way people drive here. So having that license, like if I'm gonna even make this video and the only thing that you do is bring your driver's license, that's enough. Like you are already set up for success. That's a fact. So another thing is bringing your school's credentials. I know some people might say, oh man, I don't finish school 10 years ago, like 20 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. To tell you the truth, the chances of you going to school for some program is very, very high in this Canada. And that's a fact. Your chances of actually going to school for some kind of program is high. So it depends anyways on you. How ambitious you are. So another thing I would definitely recommend is come with your credentials, your GC, your WAEC, what the required credentials, and have it in your carry-on bag. You don't want to put it in your main traveling bag, because sometimes when you get here, it could get delayed, or they could lose it, or stuff like that. It could get lost on the way. So just have it in your carry-on bag and have it secure. Then you should be fine. So that's one thing you should bring in anyways for sure. In regards to food stuff, if this is your first time, I would definitely recommend you don't want to deal with those immigration issues at all. You do not want to deal with all those immigration issues at all. Like, I would definitely recommend you do not come with any food stuff, any Nigerian food stuff or anything like that. If you cannot eat it there before you fly, don't even bother. So in regards to food stuff, don't even bother bringing any food stuff. When you are here, you see things that you like, you see things that you don't like, most of which you can actually get in African stores here. So if you see things you don't like, then they can help you send them, come here. But in my own advice, do not come with any food stuff in your bag. Like, let's say you imagine your first time and you are bringing gari, or you don't need those headache. You don't need it at all. You want to be able to get to the any immigration officer and stuff like that. They will check your bag and you're good to go. Nothing to be scared about. That's what you want. Another thing is medication. Just make sure you bring some of your medication, because it's gonna take a while before you can actually start getting prescription here. So whatever medication you think you might need in Nigeria, that you may even need, or not that you actually need, that you may need, that there are chances that you may actually need at all. Just try buy it. I'd rather you buy that than going to go do unnecessary shopping. Necessary shopping of clothes and stuff like that. Just buy the medication you need to buy. Have it saved, package properly. You can bring all those. So that's my advice for you. And because when you actually get here, there's some whole process before you can actually start getting prescription from your own family doctor, before you can actually get a family doctor, before you actually see this family doctor and start getting prescription. It's a long process, and that's the truth. So your medication, you want to have that as a top priority. Have everything you need, packaged properly, and yeah, you can bring it in with you. Another thing is also your body care items. You can just bring in your toothbrush and stuff like that. So sometimes your layover gone. Even sometimes during your layover, you can actually go to some washroom and go brush your teeth or clean your face or stuff like that. Wash your face, brush your teeth. So when you get to the location you're going to, the last thing you want to do is start looking for where to go buy soap or stuff like that. So you can buy those liquid soap, those little quantity one, those little things that you can use for some days before you can actually go into town and do the required shopping for your normal body care routine. So that's another thing you should put in mind also, that you may want to bring with you. So yeah, and that is it. And hey guys, I'm gonna be shamelessly begging you to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, you should click the like button. And if you have any suggestion or video I can make, you can put it in the comment section. And if you can tell us about what you also brought in when you were coming also, or things that you actually brought with you that was not even needed. And if you have more, or if you have questions on things you might think you may want to bring or stuff like that, anyways, you can put in the comment section. And hope this video was able to help you. And yeah, let's grow this channel together, guys. And I'm going to be putting in more suggestions. I've been in Canada for about 15 years now, so there's one or two things that I can actually help in the community. So take care, guys. One love. Peace.